say. But if you ask me, they all in the same. Guilty polluters of Ghana's water bodies. You see the river proud, looking very sorry. I worry. Heard the other day, if we keep on this way, we gonna be importing water by the year 2020. Now that's a failed state. And Amoah asking Nkrumah, he's turning in his grave. The time is serious. This thing for stuff, my brothers and sisters. Munjai galamsey. We need to stop illegal mining.
And this sets the tone for our next conversation. Now, then Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, John Peter Magu, said if care wasn't taken by 2030, we may have to import water into this country because of how galamsey was destroying our water bodies. In fact, the UN has a report that says by 2050, the next wars will be fought over water, where a third of the world's population could face water shortages. Well, today, we know that a lot of kidney diseases have been recorded in mining areas within the Ashanti region, as you know, because of illegal mining. The question is, how do we deal with this once and for all? And that's the conversation we'll be getting into right here on the Super Morning Show. But first, are you ready to wake up the champion in your child today? Don't just wake up the champion in your child, help wake up the champion in them with energy from Milo, with Active Go and other foods. Your child needs all the support he or she can get as he or she goes through the daily activities. And Milo with Active Go contains the natural goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and is a source of vitamins B2, B3, B6, B12, C, and D, and iron, calcium, and phosphate. Energize your child with a nourishing cup of Milo every day. Milo, energy to go further.
And MTN is asking, is it your special day? Is it your birthday? Well, you deserve great birthday gifts. And it's all on MTN. So on your birthday, you get up to 3 hours of free talk time and 25 free text messages to call and text all your friends and family on MTN. That's not all. You also stand a chance of getting birthday cakes and e-vouchers to grab your own birthday gift at some of your favorite shops and supermarket. Now, how cool is that? So, you know where all the birthday fun day. Join the biggest family in Ghana and let's chill on your special day. Kind courtesy, MTN. Please note that all terms and conditions apply.
Well, getting cash on the go from an ABSA ATM is now so easy, even when you do not have your contactless ABSA debit card with you. For the first time in Ghana, you can withdraw money from any ABSA ATM with the ABSA mobile banking app using a QR code. It is easy, safe, and convenient. Simply open your ABSA mobile app, select ATM QR cash to scan the QR code on the ATM screen, follow the prompts, and get your cash out. Easy. That's another digital innovation that gets things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA. Download the ABSA mobile banking app now to get started or visit the nearest ABSA branch to sign up.
Have you had lunch on a Sunday at Oak Plaza Hotel Lucida restaurant before? Well, it's an incredible environment. So bring your family and loved ones this and every Sunday at Oak Plaza Hotel Lucida restaurant for the best Ghanaian buffet lunch in town. Complimentary local drinks, water and entertainments available. Discounts available for group bookings as well. For reservations, call 020-511-1235 or 0302-210-630. Oak Plaza Hotel, a good place for great food and memorable experiences.
Great. So before we get into the conversation, let's first listen to Head of Public Affairs of Cocoa Board, Fifi Boafo. He'll be telling us, how illegal mining is affecting the cocoa sector. You'll also hear from the Lands and Natural Resources Minister Samuel Abujinapo telling us about the new measures being put in place.
The Minerals Commission gave out licenses to small-scale miners who take over these cocoa farms. And the compensation they pay for a cocoa tree is actually 20 Ghana cedis for a cocoa tree, which the farmer can rely on for many years. We believe that just paying 20 cedis for use rights is not enough. So we are presently working on a law that will ensure that if you have to clear a cocoa farm and use the place as a small-scale mining site, you must pay more and not just 20 cedis to encourage them to do so. But our collaboration with the security agencies, yes, we've engaged them. It has not given us the needed results, I must admit. If we do not get their full support and collaboration, we cannot fight it. Because just like the farmer said, at a point they are unable to even access their cocoa farm because the road to the farm has been blocked.
That we are going to ramp up the enforcement mechanism, the enforcement measure. And this has been occupying almost all my time in the past week or two. And in the days and weeks to come, the Ghanaian people will see that the enforcement measures are going to be ramped up. But I need to caution that it cannot be an event, and it cannot be the responsibility of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources alone. It is going to be a collective responsibility. There is a public relations aspect of it, which I'm holding meetings on, for example, on Monday, that all of us, including yourself, Joy FM, all of us, chiefs, political leaders, opinion leaders, have roles to play.
Well, so that's you heard from Fifi Wafo, who is head of public affairs of Cocoa Board, and Lands and Natural Resources Minister Samuel Abu-Jinapor. This morning we're joined by Engineer Dr. Ken Ashigbe, who is convener, Media Coalition Against Galamsey, and Alhaji Inusa Fuseni, former Lands and Natural Resources Minister. Good morning, Dr. Ashigbe, and good morning, Alhaji Inusa Fuseni.
Good morning, Winston. How are you?
I am doing very well. I believe you're fine too.
I'm good.
You are blessed.
Great. So before we get into the conversation, there are new measures. Raymond will be sharing those new measures with us, so I can get your take on the new measures and how you believe that would help the fight, and then we take the conversation from there. Raymond.
So let's just go through this. There's been an extensive review of the operation so far, and it was agreed that river bodies and forest reserves continue to be red zones. Now, Operation Hot 2 will revamp up its support to the various measures being implemented to clamp down on illegal mining. The enforcement effort will be pursued relentlessly without regard to any political, social, or economic standing of the persons involved. This will be done transparently and with the highest standards of integrity, candor, and utmost good faith. Any equipment used in connection with illegal mining or any product derived from illegal mining operations will be seized and handed over to the police in accordance with Section 99B of the Minerals and Mines Act 2006 as amended by the Mining Act, Act 2019, where for any reason a particular equipment cannot be moved from the location, the equipment will be demobilized and or decommissioned to prevent it from being further used for any illegal operations. The Ghana police will work closely with Operation Hot 2 to gather relevant information to aid in the prosecution of people involved in illegal mining and the confiscation and forfeiture of seized equipment to the state in accordance with the law as amended. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Minerals Commission shall intensify education on the dire consequences of legal mining on the lives and livelihoods of current and future generations, as well as on the environment that supports our existence. Now, the committee will meet regularly to review the measures being implemented and adopt additional ones where necessary. And the ministry calls on the general public, particularly the media, as well as the chiefs and people of this country where these illegal operations take place, to assist government and the security service in the fight and to safeguard our natural environment for posterity.
All right, so let me start off with you, Inusa Fuseni. You've been a Lands and Natural Resources Minister. You've led this fight before. What do you make of the new plans, in tackling illegal mining?
These are not new plans.
mining, and the enforcements will be pursued relentlessly without regard to any political, social, or economic standing of the
When you
persons
say
involved.
that Hall 2 will ramp up,
Just before I get to Ken, do you think these measures, whether new or old, will work?
it won't work.
Why?
Because the old ones have not worked and they are the same measures.
Let me bring in Ken Ashibe. I'll get back to you, Alhaji Yunusa Fuseni. But Ken, so Yunusa Fuseni says these are no new measures. These are old measures brought again. He doesn't think that these measures are going to work. Are you, or do you share same view with him? Or you believe this time around we're going to see something different?
Well, so I think I agree with Honorable Inusa Fuseni when he talks about the fact of the newness.
at one point. So you've talked about how this isn't new. You've talked about, how others should be brought on board. Let's look at the measures themselves. Old, you would say, agree with Ines Afuseni. Are these the measures that are needed in fighting illegal mining?
I think that
is convening Media Coalition against Galamsey, and Alhaji Yunus Afuseni, former Lands and Natural Resources Minister. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Football kukuda mene ni ede ba ofie. Go TV adarumanti. Jojo ofie na je usite fi say. Go TV the leagues and the cup competitions e bronson. Ebre wo Super Sports so. Hwesenia Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Europa, and the FA Cup nyina be koso wo den. Train the FIFA World Cup no so be piwo so. Better football day here. Je wo Go TV decoder 89 Ghana cedis per. Na hwe football kukuda season fufuro. Go TV. Love it.
Hey, welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Hey, fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu?
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see,
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and lumefantrine. Comes in tablet and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Football's greatest season is here, and DSTV is the stadium with all the action. Enjoy every single match from the FIFA World Cup, Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the UEFA Europa League, and the UEFA Champions League. The greatest football from the greatest leagues around the world. Ronaldo, Haaland, Messi, Salah, Afenajan, and Benzema. All week, every week. Get your decoder today for just 169 Ghana cedis and upgrade to Compact and be part of sport's greatest stadium only on DSTV. DSTV, it's your moment.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Well, welcome back. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And you can join the conversation. Join us on Twitter. Use the hashtag JoySMS. We've been sharing some measures with you. Alhaji Yunus Afuseni says these are no new measures. And he says they wouldn't work. We're finding out why he thinks they're not going to be working. And what new measures should be put in place. We also have Ken Ashibe joining us. We'll get to them shortly. But have you registered your Selfline numbers? Well, in line with the National Communication Authority's directive, to get all SIM cards re-registered, Selfline has demarcated special registration points close to your community to help you register your MiFis and routers. You can also visit any Selfline shop near you to register with your Ghana card. Remember, no registration, no service. Register your Selfline numbers today to avoid disconnection. Selfline, better together.
And are you an accomplished leader or an emerging leader and desire to see great leadership on the continent? Then join Live to Lead conference for a full-day leadership event on Friday, October 7. Live to Lead is organized by the John Maxwell Company, live from Atlanta, Georgia, and simulcast around the globe. Theme, Leading with Integrity for the Common Good, and is delivered by world-class speakers. Speaking this year are John C. Maxwell, world-acclaimed #1 leadership expert and best-selling author. Patrick Amoah, President Ashesi University. Madam Patricia Obonai, CEO Vodafone Ghana. Uncle Ebo White, renowned playwright. Gwyneth Addo, CEO of the Hair Center. Madam Kathleen Addy of the NCCE, and other international speakers like Patrick Lencioni and more. Date is Friday, October 7, 2022. It will be virtual on Leader Pass platform. That's the venue, virtual on Leader Pass platform. Rate is 799 Ghana cedis. Call the team on 054 666 5826 or 0244 012 450, or visit livetoleadghana.com for more information. Partners: Goldfields, Joy FM, Village of Hope, Global Share Alliance, EcoBank, Stanbic Bank, KPMG, Hollard, APSA, and UBA. Live to Lead is brought to you in Ghana by CTL Africa, Yao Pebi Team, and CJA Consult.
Are you worried about acquiring a litigation-free land in Kumasi? You're thinking about how to obtain exquisite and outstanding accessories to make your home unique? Do you want to buy a house? Where do you live? Well, do you want quality but affordable roofing sheets, blocks, granite pavement blocks, marbles, paint, polytanks, home security, and anything construction? Worry no more, because your superstation Love 99.5 FM is here again with a Kumasi edition of the Habitat Fair 2022, which brings together finance houses, construction firms, real estate developers, dealers in furnishing, and many more. This event is slated for Friday, the 30th of September to Sunday, 2nd October 2022 from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Habitat Fair 2022 is brought to you by your superstation, Love 99.5 FM, and supported by DBS and Republic Bank. Love FM Habitat Fair, home ownership, where you live matters. Right, so let's get back onto the phone lines. Dr. Ken Ashigbe is a convener for Media Coalition Against Galamsey. Yunusa Hussaini, former Lands and Natural Resources Minister. Thank you very much for staying with us. So, Yunusa Hussaini, you said these are old measures. It didn't work in the past. It won't work today. What measures would work for you?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that
Hussaini, the ministry has talked about a collaborative effort with all to ensure that we're successful. So are you by this suggesting that, well, while these may be the measures, you are expecting renewed commitment to enforce the very measures that we put in place? Is that what you're suggesting?
what I'm saying, well, I spoke about coherence and effectiveness.
DCs
he
along
didn't
that
know of
stretch
it.
accomplice it?
They're accomplices. And you know that you.
Agreeing with Inusa Fuseni that let's just not put these things down, but we should be seen acting, and thus the official who was sentenced to 15 months for defrauding by false pretenses should have been tried on charges in relation to illegal mining, right?
Yes, it's deja vu. You remember that when Ashawan was arrested?
very much, Ken Ashigbe, who is a convener Media Coalition Against Galamsey, and Alhaji Musa Hussein, former Lands and Natural Resources Minister, for joining us. It's been a very important conversation.